Have you ever watched someone waste their life, day after day, and wondered if they would ever wake up? In a quiet little village, there lived a father with a heavy heart. His son was his greatest worry. The boy had no direction, no purpose, and no desire to work. Every morning he left the house, and every evening he came back having done nothing at all. The father watched this in silence until one day he decided enough was enough. The father sat down beside his son and placed a gentle hand on his knee. "There is something in the cupboard," he said, "an old watch. Bring it to me." The boy found it quickly, a small silver watch, old but beautiful, its hands still moving steadily. He placed it in his father's palm. The father studied it for a moment, the way a man looks at something that holds a memory. Then he held it out. "Take this to the market," he said. "Don't sell it, just ask the people there, what is this watch worth to them?" The market was loud and crowded that afternoon. The boy moved through it carefully, stopping people one by one. A vegetable seller squinted at the watch and said 500 rupees. A cloth merchant turned it over and said 1,000. An old woman shook her head and offered 800. No two answers were the same. The watch looked different in every pair of hands. The boy came home with a head full of numbers and no clear answer. He told his father what each person had said. The father nodded slowly. "Good, put it back." The next morning felt different. The father called for the watch again, and this time his instructions stopped the boy completely. "Go back to the market," he said, "but this time do not ask about the watch. Ask them about the time inside it. Ask them, what is that worth?" The boy opened his mouth, closed it. He did not understand, but something in his father's calm eyes told him to trust the question. So he went. The market received him very differently this time. People looked at him as though he had said something foolish. A few laughed, not unkindly, but without interest. Others simply turned away. One man told him sharply to stop wasting his time with nonsense. The boy felt small and lost among all those busy, indifferent faces. He almost went home, but at the edge of the market, half hidden between two larger shops, he saw a narrow doorway. Inside, an old man sat at a wooden table covered in tiny gears and springs, repairing watches with quiet, unhurried hands. The boy stepped inside and asked his question softly. The old man did not laugh. He did not look confused. He set his tools down, laced his fingers together, and looked at the boy with eyes that were old and full of calm. "Sit," he said. The boy sat. "You cannot price time," he began. "No currency in the world is large enough. A man may lose all his money and earn it back. He may lose his home and build another. But time, once it has passed, is gone completely. There is no returning to it, not for 1 second, not for the breath between two words." The boy leaned forward without realizing it. "Time has two faces," the old man continued, holding up 2 fingers. "One face is hard to look at. It shows you that time never waits, not for sorrow, not for laziness, not for good intentions. It moves the same for everyone. The other face is the one that gives you hope. It shows you that while you still have time, the choice of how to use it is entirely yours. Every man and woman alive today woke up to the same 24 hours. The ones who build something beautiful with those hours, they are not luckier than the rest. They simply chose differently." The boy sat in silence for a long time after the old man stopped speaking. He felt the weight of every morning he had let slip by without purpose. He felt it clearly, like a stone in his chest. But alongside that weight was something lighter, a kind of quiet determination he had never felt before. He thanked the old man, bowed his head, and walked home with purpose in his step for the first time in a long while. His father was waiting. He listened to every word without interrupting. When his son had finished, he did not speak right away. He simply reached out and held his son's hand for a moment. Then he smiled, the smile of a man whose long patience had finally been rewarded. That smile changed something in the boy forever. He began to rise before the sun. He worked with his hands and his mind. The long, empty days of wandering were over. He had wasted enough hours already. He had no intention of wasting any more.